I'm not hearing Susan Candiotti will work. So Susan Candiotti not there right now. Juliette Kayyem, what are you hearing from individuals in law enforcement this evening, if anything, about what's going on, and what would be a reason that there would be somebody taking a picture of the first suspect? As we heard Gabe Ramirez reporting that the first individual who was arrested, the one who was told to take off his clothes, presumably out of precaution that the individual had explosives on him or something dangerous on his person. Why would a picture be taken of this individual?
Right now, well, because to either confirm or deny what everyone is worried about right now. And so this would be sort of smart policing. The typical policing is related to the two men whose pictures we saw at 5 o'clock today. So we're in the sort of verification confirmation stage right now, and we will see whether it is. So the eyewitness accounts are right now just that. They want solid confirmation before they come out with anything, and so that's what the pictures are about right now.
In other words, they are just trying to see if these individuals that they're apprehending, I guess, if they're as they try to determine whether or not there is a connection to what's going on in Watertown and Cambridge this evening, to what happened, the terrorist activities and the suspects. They're trying to determine if they're the same people.
Right. I mean, this is what you would want them to do at this stage. I mean, from their perspective, there has been a massive shootout in a suburb of Boston. There is a police officer killed, and 3 days ago, there was a terrorist attack all within a 10-mile radius. So the fact that they're doing this precautions to either say, we have an unfortunate sort of series of coincidences, or this is related, is exactly what we want them to do before coming out with this. So, you know, we're going to see probably in real time, you know, whether there's a validation or verification at this stage of what's going on. But, you know, just, you know, whether people are the police presence there and the activities being done by the police are absolutely appropriate, put in the context of what's been going on here for the last 4 days, and the fact that at 10 p.m. Thursday night, just a couple hours ago, a police officer was killed on a campus that does not see much criminal activity. So this is all, you know, part of trying to figure out whether they're apples and oranges or whether these are all consistent. And given the amount of, you know, sort of what we're hearing from eyewitnesses about guns and explosives and other activity, and what neighbors around that area are saying, one has to believe that the police need to figure out who these people are. This is not typical for Boston. You put the terrorist incident aside on Monday night, this is not typical for this city. It's not typical for any city, the kind of activity that these two men are purported to have done just tonight.
And Juliette, as we wait for more information about the two individuals that have been apprehended in Watertown, Massachusetts this evening, we were told, of course, earlier by the Massachusetts State Police that there were explosives on the scene regarding these individuals and their pursuit, and other law enforcement, their pursuit. We know that one of the individuals, at the very least one of the individuals, was told to take off his clothes as he was apprehended. Presumably that was a precaution to make sure that he had nothing on his person, perhaps explosives that would be able to hurt the police officers as they apprehended him. How often are explosives used in a situation like this? You have experience both as in the Massachusetts Homeland Security Department and the U.S. Department of Homeland Security. How rare is it that there would be explosives used in a situation like this?
So if it's true that there were explosives used, because as we all know from the last couple of days, eyewitness accounts can be incorrect, that if it's true, it's really rare. I mean, I was in public safety in Massachusetts for a few years, and there was nothing like this in my time there. And that's why there's all this activity. This is just, it's hard for people to forget what happened on Monday for just a moment. This in and of itself is at least a big deal for the city, and in particular for Watertown, which is a very, very quiet